Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You are all welcome to this afternoon presentation. I'm glad to welcome you all. Maceav Human Rights and Freedom Initiative is a human rights organization with its objective to defend and protect rights of individuals and a group of people who are affected by human rights violations and abuses, or anyone inflicted with harms that is against the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and International Covenant on Human Rights. You are welcome. I welcome you all. I'm happy and glad you are all here. For those of us who will later watch this program in YouTube or in Facebook, we welcome you all. Amongst it all, it is always good to work with other group of human rights organizations. The group here, as you are listening now, Maceav Human Rights and Freedom Initiative, has been asked to make this presentation, and we have been trying to organize it to the best of our knowledge and to the best way it will be assimilated by all without rancor, without anyone saying he is being targeted. This is a human rights organization, has no links with any political party, and therefore we are going to be objective in whatever we are going to look at this afternoon. Yes, our objective is to ensure a peaceful settlement or resolution in accordance with the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Human Rights, and also using the peaceful resolution processes as provided by the United Nations. That is what we're going to do today. Like we have stated, we thank you for coming. It's a very big topic you have been requesting to be treated. It is not easy. The topic is effect of Nigeria, Turkey, and Pakistan diplomatic relations and the unity of Nigeria. Many people have been very, very fearful on the diplomatic relations of these two countries, especially when the president of Turkey visited Nigeria, and when the president of Pakistan had a telephone conversation and also the military hardware exchange or purchases, and the request of the president of Turkey when he came to Nigeria. Now, we are going to begin this topic in a very, very coordinated way. Maceav Human Rights and Freedom Initiative welcome you once again. It is not a simple topic, reasons being that it will look into activities of the states concerned and what the fears of the people are. Again, how people receive such diplomatic relations worldwide, especially in the area of concern. That is what we are going to focus on in these lectures. Well, as it may be, the topic brings us to a very serious way, because some may be seeing it in a contradictory way. But does the fear the people show contradicts the right of individuals as against the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights? What is the responsibility of the national government of the particular nation involved to prevent such fears people express, to provide adequate security to all for the unity of Nigeria? That is the question. That is the question. What is the government doing to provide the needed security? Well, let us see. The fact remains that Maceav Human Rights and Freedom Initiative believe in the free and fair opportunity for all. And it also believes in the 5 cardinal principles of international human rights acts: dignity, fairness, equality, respect, and independence. That is what Maceav Human Rights and Freedom Initiative believe in, as indicated in the International Human Rights Act. There is a question and fear of the diplomatic relationship between Nigeria, Pakistan, and Turkey. That is the area where the fear of the public who understood the very implications, whether it is good or not, whether it is bad or not. However, what is diplomatic relations? This is defined as a relationship between 2 different countries established in a mutual agreement to work together for more purposes that may benefit the 2 countries involved. This can be by exchange of representatives or diplomats to work in each other's country. That is what that diplomatic relations is all about. Diplomatic relations work may be particularly on trade, resolving mutual problems, tackling disputes. Diplomatic relations sometimes deal directly with the government officials, international organizations, and intelligence exchange. That is what that area of definition looks like. But however, the countries involved in this diplomatic relations are Pakistan, Turkey, and Nigeria. These are the 3 countries involved in these diplomatic relations. In this presentation, Maceav is limited to areas of fear, which is religion and domination allegations. Diplomatic relations with 2 countries creates, in these 2 countries, Pakistan and Turkey, with Nigeria, creates suspicion based on activities of each of these nations. That is where the fear comes about. The fear comes about on the issue or area of religious domination and territorial acquisition domination in all areas of governance. Diplomatic relations is good and provides essential services. But the explosive vulnerability of Nigerian state today, based on leadership style, involvement and activities of terrorists, jihadists, and Fulani bandits in the state of Nigeria, creates problem and the doubt of what the nation is heading to. There is an allegation of dislodging of disunity with the activities of the above mentioned. What are the concerns? What are the real concerns of people of Nigeria? Their concerns relate on the inactions and unperturbed style of government of the day led by President Buhari, on the killings, compulsory conversion of people of other faiths to Islam against their wishes, especially in the northeast, the killings of Christians in Kaduna, the central part of Nigeria, destruction of properties. It's a great concern. Then events in Afghanistan, recent events in Afghanistan, for which one of the diplomatic partners was critically involved and accused of financing secretly and providing services, including intelligence, which led to the exit of NATO and the return of Taliban Caliphate regime. Thirdly, the allegations of intentions of revival and return of Ottoman Caliphate Empire in Turkey, which is a big case. The Ottoman Caliphate stopped to exist since 1924 after the First World War. These have brought fears into the minds and hearts of Nigerian citizens. They call the unchecked activities of these terrorists and events as part and parcel of Islamization agenda and the return of caliphate. This is the allegation. That is a real allegation that is threatening and causing confusion. Complaints are that the trios are devout Muslims, the head of state. In Nigeria, we have President Muhammad Buhari. In Turkey, we have President Tayyip Erdogan. Then in Pakistan, the former president who just left last week or so was President Imran Khan. They are all members, the three countries are all members of OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries. They are all linked to Islamic terrorism in their countries. There are allegations, some are against, some are supporting one terrorist organization or the other. Maceav Freedom Initiative, Human Rights Initiative, believes in freedom of religion. Everyone has right to practice any religion he or she wishes to practice. However, when compulsion is involved in disguise of extremism and forceful conversion, with threat, killings, kidnapping, conversions of land, extermination of indigenous people, and forceful occupation, destruction of lives and properties in the name of religion, then that means the rights of the people would have been eroded and abused or violated. That is what this organization is all about. We will listen to a clip before we continue this very lecture.
Entitled to do as he wishes. So he's converting museums and cathedrals into mosques. The conversion of Hagia Sophia was just the tip of the iceberg. The Turkish regime is undertaking a series of conversions. Churches, museums, music, cinema, culture, almost everything is being Islamicized. Then we come to the minorities in Turkey. They're under attack. Ethnic Kurds that make up 1/4 of Turkey's population are being suppressed in all sorts of ways. The Kurds cannot write university dissertations in Kurdish. In some parts, it is illegal for parents to give their child a Kurdish name. Several Kurdish cities along Turkey's border regions have been destroyed without the slightest protest from the international community. And that's not all. Today's Turkey is chasing new conquests, even if that involves complete violation of international law. President Erdogan is following Xi Jinping's playbook of expansionism. Turkey is provoking its neighbors by claiming disputed territories and waters. It is currently engaged in a fierce face-off with Greece. They found new energy deposits in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. Turkey wants all of it. The Turkish president wants to reclaim the lost glory of the Ottoman Turks, and he wants the world to witness it. The Turkish propaganda machine is producing TV shows that tell you a lot about Erdogan's approach, his thought process. The Prime Minister of Pakistan considers Erdogan his role model, so he invites the Turkish president to Islamabad to give lectures to India on how to treat minorities. In February 2020, this year, Erdogan addressed a joint session of Pakistan's parliament. He tried justifying Islamabad's cross-border terrorism in Kashmir. He accused India of making Kashmiris suffer. And this was not the first time he did something like this. The Turkish president has never wasted an opportunity to question India's secular credentials. Let me give you another example. The same month, February 2020, communal riots had rocked New Delhi. There was violence from both sides. Do you know what the Turkish president said? He called India a country where the massacre of Muslims was widespread, a country which will fail to make global peace a possibility, a country which calls itself strong because of its large population, but is not. How does the Indian Foreign Ministry respond to all this?
Thank you. You have seen the clip, and in this clip, you would have witnessed some certain things that is happening. We remember the president of Turkey was in Nigeria. His request then was to ensure that the Nigerian government stopped any business, anything to do, and declare what they call FETO as a terrorist organization that was accused of involved in the Turkish coup. So the campaign in Nigeria said they should stop it. But however, one of the government officials was able to indicate that Nigeria won't allow FETO to undermine its ties with Turkey. That is that again. Turkey has been accused of double standard on terrorism, destruction of Kurdish militia group seeking for independence in Turkey or among the Kurds. Abstract from the papers appears to have accused Turkey of double standard. This was on 21st August. Turkey accused BBC of supporting terrorists after airing a report on why Kurdish and Yazidi women joined PKK to fight ISIS. At the same time, Turkey is supporting, according to BBC, Turkey is supporting other countries' designated terrorist group. Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, ATIM/TIP, Al-Nusra, and other Al-Qaeda affiliates that are listed by China, Russia, EU, US, Israel, Egypt, and other Arab states, among others. PKK by Turkey is considered a terrorist organization. Promoting and glorifying terrorism is a crime. This begs the question, if Ankara believes promoting and glorifying terrorism is a crime, then it is guilty of this very crime, given its support for Hamas, Muslim Brotherhood, Al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda affiliate. All these are designated terrorists. Then, in this very clip you have watched, you see there are allegations against Turkey on some areas, including the issue of terrorism, support of Muslims, and the accusation of others of killing the Muslims. They need, what the world needs is peace and not allegations, not sponsorship, not causing confusion. But unfortunately, this does not go in accordance with what the issue is all about. When you look at the clip, you find the churches being converted to mosques. This has been stated by William Gravities Plus Television. Is not this the research we carried out. There are other television stations, Deutsche Welle, indicated that we will play that during the time we are entering the part 2 on Pakistan. But now we are on part 1 of this lecture. You have to note this. It has been accused that Christian churches and mosques, museums in Turkey have been converted to mosques, and of which these are the clips of such areas. You see here, it says museums and Christian churches turned to mosques by Turkish president. These are the clips in the papers that can prove what they are saying, and that provided us the evidence we are presenting as what creates fear in Nigeria. If the countries they are in relationship with, they are in diplomatic ties with, are practicing this and are visiting the president, and they are in the same organization, OIC, although not all Islamic countries are part and parcel of these games they play, are accused to have been playing, then that is the fear. And this fear is very dangerous because it is creating disunity, separation. If in the present day Christian churches and museums are being converted to mosques, then, and there is a fight in Nigeria, the Boko Haram, the Fulani bandits, the SWAP, all terrorist organizations trooping into Nigeria to achieve the same purpose for which they achieved in Afghanistan using the Taliban, then that is the fear. When you look at the churches, these are the emblems. You look at the pictures, you see these are the emblems of Christian churches that have been turned to mosque. That is the main reason why people are afraid. People are afraid based on this. Massive human rights and freedom initiative have been working hard with other groups, human rights groups, trying to visualize what is the best solution and what will help to ease the fear of the people. Relationship does not end there. When you look at the clip, you will find what is happening and why the Turkish president, like I said earlier, on the issue of veto was in Nigeria. These are the key issues you have to learn when you bring the question of why are people afraid, and you are trying to find the reasons why people are afraid. These are the key reasons. And the fear also has been validated looking at the revision of history of how Islam spread in northern part of Nigeria, led by the Fulani from the Sahel region under the leadership of Ottoman Fodio in 1804. It appears again from the sources and from what is happening on the ground that the repeat of the same sociological, psychological, and the intimidatory pattern with which the suspected agenda was achieved in the 18th century or 19th century is being repeated today. And looking at the events in Afghanistan, you will find out that the fears of the citizens of Nigeria is not exaggerated, rather is part and parcel of what they see in news, in videos, in all social media. That is the reason why there is a need to find a lasting solution in whichever way that solution will come. It does not matter. What matters is solution has been identified and made to stand. When there is issue of allegations are not made in most cases without proof. That is why it is necessary. When allegations are made, you have to find the proof. I'm sure that that allegation has rooted somewhere and is acting in, or you are working in accordance and in a very good stand to defend whatever allegation the people are alleging. So those fears Maceav has in this very lecture or presentation, try to enumerate them first. The first part, like we are doing today on the Turkey, why those fears are raging and why Nigerians are saying, why is there strong ties between these three nations? That is what we have done this afternoon. So So, coming back to the question is, what are the reasons behind the extremism in this mentioned country? The return of Caliphate, Islamic system of government in Nigeria, highly being pursued by Boko Haram, Fulani bandits, and inactions of the government of President Buhari, which is alien to some sections of the country, especially the east or the southern part of Nigeria, southern part of Nigeria. Nigeria is a secular state, but allows two legal systems in its constitution: the conventional legal system and the Sharia law. The vibration began in 12 northern states of the federation or the federating unit declaring Sharia law. Turkey is a nation, it's an Islamic nation. On the subject matter, is widely being accused of not only speaking for Islamic nations, but supporting Islamic organizations designated terrorists, as we have heard, by some countries of the world, and the return of caliphate, totalitarian regime, a symbol to other Islamic secular nations. They may copy, and they may like to get themselves involved because they would have supporters, or they will have a supporting state or nation that is very powerful. That is an advantage. So with all this, we will stop for the first part of these lectures. Next time we will go into the activities of Palestine and the relations with Nigeria. Then the third one, we will see Nigeria itself on the basis of what they are. That is what we're going to do. But we won't forget to enumerate the article of Dr. Alex Vines on his analysis of terrorism in Africa. Dr. Alex focuses on certain nations in East and West Africa. The countries are Somalia, Nigeria, and Mali. He stated that terrorism, in his own definition, is a problematic term. He defined terrorism as the use of violence, intimidation against civilians by some governments, and they accused them of allegedly committing terrorist acts. They allow violence, intimidation of civilians, even in their various governments, to put some people down, incriminate them, put fear into them, and then allow terrorists to infiltrate. That is what Dr. Alex Vines' article exposes in his Terrorism in Africa. We will continue next week. We thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. For those who will watch this program in YouTube and Facebook, on Twitter, we thank you in advance. Ask you to be objective in the analysis, and you check around, do your own research, and see if the analysis of this evening contradicts what you see in newspapers, in the mainstream news houses, YouTube, and Facebook. We thank you all for coming. If you have any question, if you have any comment, you reserve them. Probably you put them in the comment section of the YouTube or Facebook. We will come back to you to answer you or put more research on areas that are not included. But this is not academic thesis, but it's a summary of what is happening within the society. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye.